Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are going to completely shatter the illusion of instant trading. We're going to uncover the massive, hidden physical infrastructure that is constantly powering your favorite stock market apps. Okay, let's just dive right into this, because think about it for a second. What really happens when you tap buy? Well, that single tap on your glowing screen feels, entirely weightless and utterly instantaneous. The reality operating right beneath the surface is actually far more demanding. In fact, that quote-unquote instant digital trade, it's actually a highly complex, totally physical obstacle course. Your digital request gets transformed into a data packet that runs a grueling millimeter by millisecond physical relay race. It's literally zipping through deep-sea cables and massive server farms at a fraction of the speed of light. Financial firms will even spend hundreds of millions of dollars to bore straight through mountains just to lay cables in perfectly straight lines. And why? All just to shave a single millisecond off this journey. It's wild. So today, we're tracing the exact chronological journey of your trade through 5 phases: the trigger at the brokerage, the routing via the dispatch, the match in the order book, the execution or the ping back, and finally, the settlement in the vault. We'll be moving at the speed of light until that final vault door officially closes. Let's kick things off with phase 1, the trigger at the brokerage. The exact fraction of a second your thumb hits the screen, the physical action begins. Almost before you've even lifted your thumb, your phone compiles an encrypted data packet and just shoots it over the internet to your broker's massive humming server farm. Then the broker system instantly runs a rapid background check, basically to make sure your account actually has the cash to cover the transaction. And if you're good for it, the system immediately formats your request into a highly structured, standardized digital order. Moving right along to phase 2, the routing, also known as the dispatch. Now here is a huge misconception that so many people have. Your broker doesn't actually hold the shares you want to buy. Nope, they're really just a high-speed dispatcher. They have to instantly decide the absolute most efficient path to find a seller. So they blast your order through physical fiber-optic cables at the speed of light to one of 3 main destinations. It might go straight to an exchange, like the public NASDAQ, or it could head over to a market maker. That's basically a massive financial wholesaler holding its own inventory of shares so they can sell to you directly. And finally, it might be routed to a dark pool, which is a private trading system where massive institutional investors buy and sell bulk shares totally away from the public eye. All right, on to phase 3, the match in the order book. So, assuming your order was routed to a public exchange, it arrives at a massively cooled physical data center and is injected straight into the order book. Now, to be clear, this isn't some dusty binder sitting on a desk. It is a massive, continuously updating digital ledger. Its entire purpose in life is to perfectly pair your bid, meaning the specific price you are willing to pay for those shares, with a seller's ask, which is the exact price they're willing to accept. But the absolutely crucial point here is the sheer scale and speed of it all. We're talking high-frequency algorithms scanning literally millions of active orders every single second. Millions. They are acting as the ultimate hyper-fast matchmaker, just searching relentlessly to lock in that exact mathematical match between your bid and a total stranger's ask. Which brings us to phase 4, the execution, or the pingback. The exact millisecond those algorithms finally find that perfect pairing, the data has to race all the way back. And watch the clock on this, it's crazy. At 0 milliseconds, the match is locked. Boom. Millisecond 1, the exchange officially logs the transaction. Millisecond 2, a confirmation signal fires right back through that physical fiber-optic network. And by millisecond 3, your broker's server has already completely updated your account. And this results in what we all love to see. Your app receives the data and flashes that familiar, comforting message right on your screen, order complete. At this very moment, sitting there on your couch, you absolutely believe the transaction is entirely finished. The whole shebang is done, right? Well, not exactly. Enter phase 5, the settlement in the vault. Now, we actually have to drastically slow our pacing down, because while your app practically congratulates you right then and there, the architectural heavy lifting enters a much longer, behind-the-scenes phase called clearing and settlement. Basically, a central clearinghouse must step in. They act behind the scenes as the ultimate legal guarantor of the trade. They're the essential middlemen, making absolutely sure the money and the shares actually end up where they legally belong. And this process, yeah, it is anything but instantaneous. It actually operates on a cycle known as T+1. Over the course of the next full business day, this clearinghouse is doing the final legwork. They are literally systematically moving your cash over to the seller's bank and securely transferring the digital ownership certificates of the stock entirely into your name. Only then is the vault officially closed. It's pretty fascinating to think about, isn't it? The next time you casually tap buy, will you see that invisible physical architecture sprinting behind your screen? It certainly leaves you wondering just how many other massive, heavy physical obstacle courses are secretly powering our supposedly weightless digital lives. Thank you so much for exploring this with me today on This Explainer. Keep wondering, keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.